The quest to learn how ancient organisms kept evolution alive has brought this lone microbiologist to Whiteout Glacier in southern Alaska. Here, Hazel Barton studies how life could have survived a global deep freeze. Her mission is to find signs of life in some very dead-looking frozen caves.
People used to think that caves were devoid of life, that there was nothing in there. But it turns out they're actually teeming with microorganisms.
Barton's searching for modern-day microbes living in this ice cave to learn how their ancient ancestors endured the Ice Age 650 million years ago.
If you look on the edge of the cave, you can see all the particle dust that's got lodged in the ice. And it creates a surface that the microbes can actually live on.
The cave runs beneath the glacier. Inside, it's 4 degrees below zero. Creatures that live in such harsh conditions are known as extremophiles. Barton takes samples of the microbes buried in freezing rock sediments at the base of the glacier.
I'm looking for some sediments that might contain microbes that have never been exposed to the heat. So the thing we remember about these bugs is that they love the cold, and they've actually evolved to live in those cold conditions. And because of that, if I was to take them outside right now into the heat of the sunlight, they'd die. It would be like taking us into the middle of the desert and dropping us off there.
Barton believes this dark sub-zero cave can shed light on how microbes adapted to conditions during Snowball Earth.
The majority of surfaces exposed on Earth would probably have looked something like this. So we're looking at the kind of conditions that organisms that survived that period would have been living on.
They're not just living on the ice, they're living in it too. Sunlight penetrates a few meters into the ice wall, and that's enough for the microbes to flourish.
We're still pretty close to the entrance right here, so I think there's definitely a lot of sunlight energy and enough for cyanobacteria to grow on. And they're probably in the ice. They're living in the ice right now.
The deeper Barton goes into the cave, the darker and colder it gets. But even here, life hangs on.
This is a community that looks like cyanobacteria. They're incredibly resistant to all kinds of stress that you would put them under. They can survive it.
During Snowball Earth, the ice was thousands of meters thick, enough to block out nearly all the sunlight microbes needed to stay alive. Barton finds similar conditions even deeper into the cave. Here, there's hardly any light at all. But even in this dim, icy world, she finds microbes thriving.
So what we're looking at are microorganisms that have to adapt and generate energy when there is no sunlight. So what they do is they pull energy from the rock itself. They actually chew into the rock to get that energy.